Hello and welcome in. I am MissKinghorn and we are back here in The Sims 4. We seem to be on a roll with these at the moment. At some point we will be going into playing some other games, but for now we are rolling on with our Sims content, and this is going to be a tiny home on the 20 by 20 lot in Copperdale. So it's on the kind of bottom right of the map. I can't remember the neighbourhood of it exactly, but I will put it down in the description as normal for you. Now this is going to be a single mum and a infant. I was thinking of doing maybe like a newborn, but I don't particularly like the newborn cribs, like the bassinet kind of style. We don't tend to have anything like that in the UK. I mean, we do, but they're more like sort of travel ones. So for us, or at least my interpretation, we tend to put like newborns in the cots that you use for infants. Like, we just sort of put them in there. There might be you tend to have like little stages in the sort of cot where like you can have it higher up for a newborn, and then as they grow you can kind of reduce the height into there, and then some of them can have like the sides taken off, so turn it into a toddler bed sort of thing. That's my interpretation. I have to be honest, I don't have any kids, so take that as you will, but that's kind of my idea of it. So I don't particularly like the newborn sort of bassinets that we have in game, because they just don't look very realistic to me. I don't know, let me know what you think down in the comments below. But yes, so we do have this as a sort of an infant and a single parent in here, and I thought this would be good for maybe like the not so berry kind of, I don't know, I just kind of picked a colour completely at random and then realised it was stage 1 of that challenge, so you know. But if you want to play it, that's fine. Let me know how you get on. We are using a few packs here and there. I've not limited this to any particular packs, but obviously Horse Ranch is going to play a bit of a part. You see all the windows and like these new sort of shutters. I love them. I have prefer if I could use them everywhere, I'm going to. But it's quite a simple little build. It is kind of more of a studio than an actual apartment, so you can just sort of see the floor plan in here. It does kind of open up a little bit, because instead of putting a doorway in, I just sort of open this section up. I do take out part of it that I'm just working on here. In the end, we do change that back to a front solid wall because I ran out of room for cabinets and things like that, so you'll see all of that in just a second. Now, because this is so small, I have kept as much as I possibly can, so you see quite a bit. Only when there's excessive scrolling, so if I can't find that one item I'm looking for, yeah, then I've cut it. But most of this should just run nice and smoothly into here. So we're using a lot of the pastel pop kit. That simply is because it has the gorgeous colour that I'm looking for into here. So we've kind of gone for that teal, light blue, kind of greeny kind of colour, and it works really well into here. So this sort of room here, you can see I'm doing the kitchen now. It's kind of an all-in-one sort of open room. Have the kitchen, living and dining, and it all works. I have play tested this as I was doing the screenshots, so it does all work into there for them. Obviously, because the kitchen is so small, counter space is a little bit limited, but I have made sure that when I was placing things, I kind of cheated the game a little bit, so the game doesn't actually read that there's anything on the counters, so they can still use them, rather than me placing them on the counters and then them being fixed there, and then the Sims will go, well, there's nowhere to cook. Well, there is, so I've fixed that all for you into here. And so yeah, that's basically the little bit of layout. I tried to get the triangle food prep in there as well, but it's a little bit tight, this one, because there is so little sort of space in here. You obviously have the corners free to chop any food or anything, or any preparation that your Sims may do, and I've tested it works, so it does work in there. And yeah, I think I've not particularly used this kitchen set in here. It feels like we had quite a few country kits. Like, well, we obviously had the country kitchen kit, but we also had cottage living, pretty similar packs in terms of like their kitchens. So I didn't really use either of them for a while. Obviously one of them, but I've not overly used a lot of it. So we should go back to doing some cottages, shouldn't we? It feels like a while since I've done those. I've done loads of sort of suburban homes, and I've not necessarily done any cottages or anything like that for a while. So maybe, possibly next week, who knows? Into there. But that's pretty much the kitchen all done. Just a few overhead little cabinets to pop in here, and I was sort of struggling because this one I kind of wanted like a closed small cabinet to go above the window, sort of covering the top of that up, but no can do, so I just ended up with those two side pieces, and we actually used one from the other pack. So the two packs kind of having to merge here a little bit, but they do match in colour, which is perfect for this kitchen. Into here, and then straight into the living room. This sort of wicker sort of furniture I actually really like, and I wish I had now put the sort of swing chair in here somewhere as well. There just wasn't space because I was kind of limited to the number of tiles I could use. I do have a few I could have played with, but I think I wanted to keep it as sort of small as possible in here while still being fully usable, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to make it small and sort of tight because I thought that it would be better for sort of gameplay and that sort of first initial stage. Now, in my head, and we all know that when I'm creating these builds, I kind of have a family in mind, so I do actually create a family for this. They are not on the workshop, on the gallery as yet, but if you do want them, I can do that. I think the mum is a young adult, and I have in my head placed her in university, but obviously she has a little baby, so she's living here and doing all of her uni sort of work from home. So there is a office space in the bedroom, but we'll come to that later on. Now, I wasn't really liking any of the green sort of dining tables that we had. They seemed a little bit not the theme I was going for, shall we say. So I've ended up with this one from Snowy Escapes, which works really well. I do actually change it from the white to the light wood that matches the kitchen cabinets as well, so it kind of fits into there. And going through all of the chairs just to find one that matches in. So yeah, we do change it to that light wood, and I also put a small little TV in here as well, so you'll see that in just a second. But I thought it'd be a nice little space, like just a chill zone, like, you know, to have that little space where maybe you could sit down and watch the telly, sort of either if you're having like a TV dinner or something in there as well. But there's a few little bits of toys and stuff around as well. Oh yes, talking of toys, we do actually make this dog friendly. So the family I created actually has a Pomeranian, which I thought was going to be a super cute little small little dog running around in this apartment. You'll see it in the screenshots as well. Totally forgot those into there, but yeah, we get that in. And she does only have one dining chair, but then I thought it will be fine. We've also got the high chair in here as well for you, so if you are using it with an infant or even a toddler, you can do that as well. And I do believe we put a potty in the bathroom as well, which is coming up in just a second. So this is a little entranceway. I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit small, a little bit tight, and sort of neat in here. I don't overly clutter this house, I've got to be honest. I was very, very well restrained in here because I wanted your sim to be able to root through here. So I could have placed lots of things on the floor and done lots of other bits and pieces, but I thought, no, I'm going to kind of keep it a little bit more tidy and sort of hidden away a little bit because I wanted your sim to be able to walk everywhere into there as well. Obviously the dog bed is usable in here, and they just walk up that other step in there because it's only one platform height raised, so that works in there nicely. And yeah, that's basically the kitchen, dining and living space. It is really, really small, but it works, and I got to be honest, I actually quite like this house. I think if I was starting out, this is kind of one of the builds that I would work from in here. I do believe it is just slightly over the sort of starting budget for a family of 3. So obviously I created the mum, the infant and the dog, and I think I had starting funds of like 24,000, and I do believe this is like 27,000, something like that, so it's just over. But then I do add like an expensive computer in and things like that, which obviously doesn't really help. I should have maybe taken that out and put a simpler computer in, but I had already done that and didn't look at the price when I was doing it, as per usual. You can also, I don't tend to look at prices, I go by style rather than price or pack or anything like that. So maybe challenge me to a budget build. Challenge me. Let me know which challenges, if you do, down in the description what I should do. Damn it, yes. But be nice. Please be nice. But no. So yeah, that's pretty much all of this space done, and then I do get out a few rugs, I think, for the bedroom as well, because while we're here I might as well. But I think next stage is going to be the bathroom once we kind of work on all of these. So yeah, this is the bedroom up here, yeah. Do we like these smaller kind of builds? Because I don't know, I look at my numbers and I kind of use that to plan and to work on what to build next. So at the moment I have no plan, like no videos sort of planned or recorded or anything like that. So I'm open to suggestions at this stage of what you would like to see, as in content wise. Do you want bigger homes? Do you want more commercial lots? Micro homes, tiny homes? Different styles? Let me know down below what you think and any ideas, any suggestions for you. I have a few ideas for sort of the holiday kind of Christmas themed builds that I would like to do, but that is a long time away, and as of recording this video it's September, so yeah, long time in the future for all of those. But yeah, ideas, suggestions, what should we do? I do want to do a high school, because that's something I didn't really build with, and I've not really used, and I think I said this last week, I've not really built a lot in Copperdale. I think I've done like one here and there, but nothing sort of major, and I feel like that's what we're doing at the moment. So we have done a couple of builds either here on YouTube or over on Twitch where we sort of build in this world, and that's cool, and it's something that I haven't done, and I'm looking forward to doing maybe a few more of those. But I definitely do want to build a high school at some point, but I don't know sort of what style or anything like that at all at the moment. Maybe you can have that as a special build, I don't know, let me know into there as well. But yeah, I do have other plans. As I said, I think it was on Twitch the other day that I am going to be swinging my focus off of The Sims in a couple of weeks. I think it's middle of October. I think we're going to try out a new little game in here. Hopefully it's going to be doing quite well, but planning on sort of taking a little break from The Sims for that, at least here over on Twitch. Here, but we'll stay with The Sims on Twitch, so that won't change. My schedule over there won't change at all. It will just be this one where we play something a little bit different for a couple of weeks into there. But yeah, we will definitely be coming back to The Sims as well. So we're not saying bye forever, it's just a little break, which I like to do from time to time, because I feel like if I play something too much, then I kind of get stuck in my ways. So I want to kind of play different games, different styles, different builds. That's kind of what I like to do, because otherwise I feel like I build the same thing over and over again, and that's not what I want to do. And that's why my content is kind of so varied, because I don't like to do the same build or the same style repeatedly. Like, I can do a build like this and then in, say, a month's time I can come back to it, but trying to do something a little bit different here and there is always nice, changing it all up. So obviously last week you had an apartment, this time you've got a micro home, maybe next time you have a 4-story chateau somewhere, who knows. You're probably not going to have that, just FYI, that's not happening. Yeah, nothing's confirmed, no. But yeah, this bedroom, coming back to the video, is coming together in here, and I finally found these new books, backpacks. So these were always just in clutter, and I spent probably about 15 minutes trying to find them, and I was scrolling through like every category that made sense. The one that didn't make sense is having removed them from where they originally were and putting them in storage. And yeah, I ended up having to look that up as to where they had hidden them. Could they not have stayed in clutter as well? You know. This is the really expensive computer that I said about. It's one of the streaming ones that came with high school. Now, I was trying to use a lot from that pack, or as much as possibly could from that pack, because it made sense to have it in the world, in the sort of style, and kind of that theme that I was going for, maybe just finishing high school, going on to university, kind of thing that I was planning in my head. So I really wanted a computer from there, but they are ridiculously expensive, and so yeah, that's probably where a lot of the money is spent. I'm not entirely sure how much this computer actually is worth, but if you did want to play it as a starter home, then you should just be able to remove the computer or downgrade it or something like that, so it's a little bit cheaper for you. But you can see here the office kind of area that I have created in this room. So you've kind of got like a bedroom sort of section up here where you have the bed, you have lots of sort of clutter, and I didn't want to use like bedside tables. I felt like that sort of shelving gives you more options into here as well. So then you have the cot in there for obviously the infant, and then the sort of dedicated little corner over there for the office kind of study area in here as well. And I do get out a few of the infant sort of toys as well, and in the end we get a changing table because I feel like that fitted in here a little bit better, so we do get that one in here as well, so it just all sort of fits together nicely. And that is pretty much wrapping up this video in here. So a little bit of landscaping on the outside to do, but we'll show you that in a second when I finally find the shelf again. I was having a really difficult time finding things. This video took way longer to actually record than it needed to because I was struggling. But here's the landscaping. It was pretty simple. I just added a couple of rocks and some sort of wild planting in here. Kind of thought I didn't really want to make like a formal sort of garden or an actual garden space in here for them. I just wanted to keep it kind of very open and sort of barren's probably not the right word, but a little bit like neglected, because it's like maybe she doesn't have time, she's a new mum, like you don't have time to do sort of all of these. So I thought just having some open sort of planting in here would make a little bit more sense, and it keeps it incorporated with the world as well. So some small level grasses, and then a little bits of taller ones, and then just some wild meadow sort of planting in that orange and yellow sort of theme. I believe, or did I change them? I might have changed them. Ooh, they might be in the teal and blues. I think that's what we did in the end. Anyway, I shall wrap this up right now, and we'll decide which flower we use in the end. But you can download this house right now over on my gallery. The title and that all will be, or the ID will be in the description, so do check that one out as well. But all of my social medias are actually all in the description down below as well, so you can find out exactly what social medias I'm on. Obviously you'll have some more pictures and stuff in the screenshots, but they'll be up over there as well. Yeah, we go for blue. Okay, I presume we would. Let's totally knew that. Anyway, so yeah, do check me out there. I'm pretty much on all of them, from Twitter, Discord, Instagram, Threads. Yeah, you name it, I'm over there. Links are in the description. But until next time, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, ring that bell and we'll see what we build next week. But until then, I shall see you all again really, really soon. But until then, stay happy and stay building. Bye everyone!